Morbius is the first movie in a long time to truly harden my nipples. And you know what? The movie was just so fun that I forgot to laugh.
Who the hell are you, man?
This is Patrick!
I'm just kidding. It's Dr. Michael Morbius.
George by H.A. Ray. This is George. He lived in Africa. He was very happy, but he had one fault. He was too curious. Just so you guys know that this whole illustration is supposed to represent Africa. If you don't know what Africa is, it's a continent. It's within our world. Hold on, let me show you guys just for some context. Hold on. Okay, images. So you guys know. Okay, this right here is Africa. He's somewhere within this continent. Okay, cool. Just making sure we're on the same page. Okay. Okay. One day, George saw a man. He had on a large yellow straw hat. The man saw George too. What a nice little monkey, he thought. I would like to take him home with me. The man put his hat on the ground. And of course, George was curious. He came down from the tree to look at the large yellow hat. Okay, just so you guys don't get confused again, this is George. George is the monkey, and that's the hat. I'm just making sure that you guys know that George is not the hat. George is the monkey. The hat belongs to the man. The man. If you guys don't know what men are, they're a type of species in this world. It's a whole sex and gender. Hold on, let me just Okay, this right here, if it'll fucking load. This right here is a man. This right here is a man, okay? Just so we're on the same page. And that right there is the man's hat. Okay. The hat had been on the man's head. George thought it would be nice to have it on his own. He picked it up and put it on. You see, what's funny about this is that the hat is too big for George, so it's supposed to be like cute. So like George like can't see because he's a cute little monkey. Okay, I should probably explain. George is a monkey, so he's supposed to hold on. He's supposed to look like come on, Google, load. He's supposed to look like this. He's supposed to look something like that. Okay, cool. The hat covered George's head. He couldn't see. The man picked him up quickly and popped him into a bag. You see, that's not the hat. That's the bag now. George is in the bag. He does not have the hat anymore. He was captured. But he's got some breathing room, so we're good. George was caught. The man with the big yellow hat put George into a little boat. Just so you guys know, they're in this boat. They're not in that boat. They're in this little rowboat, and this is the man that they were talking about. This is the man that they were talking about. That's in the rowboat with George, and I don't know who this guy is. He's the guy steering the rowboat. And a sailor rowed them both across the water to a big ship. George was sad, but he was still a little curious. On the big ship, things began to happen. The man took off the bag. George sat on a little stool, and the man said, "George, I am going to take you to a big zoo in a big city. You will like it there. Now run along and play, but don't get in trouble." You see, the reason why the man wants to take George to the zoo is because George is a monkey. In case you guys didn't realize that, he's a monkey. And monkeys belong in zoos with other monkeys. I'm sure you guys didn't know this yet, but like monkeys, they have monkeys in zoos sometimes. Yeah. George promised to be good, but it is easy for little monkeys to forget. You see, monkeys don't have the same kind of memory span as humans. So that's why George is like so curious. Is because he doesn't have that great of a memory span. Animals don't necessarily think like humans do. So man right here, the man might know more than Minky. Oh, crap. On the deck, he found some seagulls. Okay, so that right there is a seagull. It's a type of bird. Hold on, let me it's a bird. Okay. What can we use to represent bird? Oh, that one's cute. I like blue. All right. So this is gonna represent bird. It's not a seagull. Hold on. Let me show you guys seagull to represent the seagull. Here you go. Oh wait, no, this one has McDonald's. Just barely. And this one's our gull. This one's a bird. They're both birds, but you know they were specifically talking about this. Okay, moving on. He wondered how they could fly. You see, birds can fly. I don't know if you guys knew that. He was very curious. Finally, he had to try. It looked easy, but oh, what happened? You see, monkeys can't fly because monkeys don't have wings. Monkeys are mammals. They're manimals. First this, then this. You see, those are fishes right there. I'm pretty sure the fishes won't try to attack George because fishes are much smaller than monkeys. If anything, George could eat the fish very violently. So it could be a very dark book very fast, but I don't think it's gonna go in that direction. Where is George? The sailors looked and looked. At last they saw him, struggling in the water, and almost all tired out. "Man overboard!" the sailors cried, as they threw him a life belt. See, a life belt is if someone's drowning, they throw this little disc thing into the water so the person can grab onto it and they can pull you in. Yeah. George caught it and held on. You see, George is saved right now. I'm not sure if you guys could figure that out, but yeah, he was successfully saved, and I was right. He did eat all that fish, apparently. At last, he was safe on board. After that, George was more careful to be a good monkey, until at last the long trip was over. You see, we don't know where they are. They're obviously not in Africa anymore. If you guys didn't figure it out, they left Africa in the beginning of the book when George followed a man in the hat. This guy. So they're somewhere. George said goodbye to the kind sailors. So like these people. These people are the sailors. And he and the man with the yellow hat walked off the ship onto the shore and into the city to the man's house. This is not the man's house. This is a boat. Just clarifying, this is not the man's house. This is a... Oh, okay, you guys need some clarification. Like, the boat. Bossy. Okay, this isn't the boat that they used in the story, but you know it, close enough. Okay. After a good meal and a good pipe, George felt very tired. You see, this book was written a long time ago, so right now we wouldn't advocate for children smoking, but like I'm gonna be honest, George looks kind of cool doing it. I don't think that the man in the yellow hat is responsible for feeding George human food, because I'm pretty sure George can't eat human food because he is not human. He is a monkey. He's a monkey, you know, like this. He's monk. He crawled into bed and fell asleep at once. The next morning, the man telephoned the zoo. George watched him. He was fascinated. Then the man went away. George was curious. He wanted the telephone too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's what George dialed on the telephone. You see, telephones, what's so unique about them is that you have to push in specific numbers in order to connect with someone. So like the man right here is trying to connect to the zoo, because the zoo has a specific phone number. We all have phone numbers. Hold on, let me here's what a phone looks like that they're trying to represent. So like, if it'll load. So like something like this. Something like this. And what's so special is that you can call your state representatives if you don't like a certain law. And you can tell them that you don't like that law. Hold on. Phone number for state representative office. Okay, so this is for Pennsylvania specifically. I'm not gonna click on it because, you know, I don't live in Pennsylvania. What fun! Dana Lana Lane. That's the sound the phone makes. That's the sound that the phone is making. So that's why the fireman is going. Yeah. George had telephoned the fire station. The firemen rushed to the telephone. Hello, they said, but there was no answer. Then they looked for the signal on the big map that showed where the telephone call had come from. They didn't know it was George. They thought it was a real fire. Okay, so George made a mistake. I don't know how he phoned the fire department after dialing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But now firemen are gonna go to the man's house because they think there's an emergency. They think there's a fire, and you know that their job's protection. Then they looked for the signal on the big map that showed where the telephone call had come from. They didn't know it was George. They thought it was a real fire. Oh, I just read that. Sorry everyone. I'm very, very sorry. Hurry! The firemen jumped onto the fire engines and onto the hooks and ladders. So this is This is all illustration. This isn't what fire engines look like. Hold on. Hold on. This is what a fire engine actually looks like. Not what's portrayed in Curious George. Here it is. Just some distinction. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't, just have two men just standing on the outside with no protection. Ding dong. Ding dong. Everyone out of the way. Hurry, hurry, hurry. The firemen rushed into the house. They opened the door. No fire. Only a naughty little monkey. Oh, catch him, they cried. George tried to run away. He almost did, but he got caught in the telephone wire. And so this is kind of like to show how humans are faster than monkeys, even though I don't even know if that's true. A thin fireman caught one arm, and a fat fireman caught the other. You fooled the fire department, they said. We will have you to shut you up where you can't do any more harm. They took him away and shut him in prison. So this is the prison. This isn't the man's house anymore. This is prison. They put a fucking monkey in jail for some reason. I don't know why a monkey needs to be arrested and put in prison. Did they have a trial? Did they have a trial for George? Okay, let me just prison. Okay, so this is what they put George in. This is what they put George in. Okay. George wanted to get out. He climbed up to the window to try the bars. Just then, the watchman came in. He got on the wooden bed to catch George, but the watchman was too big and heavy. The bed tipped up. The watchman fell over, and as quick as lightning, George ran out through the open door. So the quickest lightning thing, that's called a simile, which is like you use like or as. Hold on, simile examples. Okay. You were as brave as a lion. They fought like cats and dogs. He is as funny as a barrel of monkeys. This house is clean as a whistle. He is as strong as an ox. Your explanation is as clear as mud. Watching the show was like watching grass grow. So the last one means that it was boring. Like you would rather watch grass grow. No one wants to do that though. He hurried through the building and out on to the roof. And then he was lucky to be a monkey. Out he walked onto the telephone wires. Quickly and quietly over the guard's head, George walked away. He was free. So this means that he was clever. He was clever. He got over the guard's head and walked on telephone wires without like getting shocked. Down in the street, outside the prison wall, stood a balloon man. Okay, so these are balloons. This isn't George anymore. George is right here. And he's trying to steal the balloons. These are balloons. Oh, hold on. I just got... This is balloon. This is balloon. Okay. A little girl bought a balloon for her brother. George watched. He was curious again. He felt he must have. Oh, that was my mistake. He felt he must have a bright red balloon. He reached over and tried to help himself, but what's gonna happen? Instead of one balloon, the whole bunch broke loose. In an instant, the wind whisked them all away, and with them went George, holding tight with both hands. You see, what happened was George took more than one balloon, and now the balloons are floating him away. And this might be because George is very thin. He's a thin monkey. He's not a fat monkey. He's thin. So like he's lightweight, and that's probably why the balloons took him away. Yeah. Up he sailed, higher and higher. The houses looked like toy houses, and the people like dolls. George was frightened. He held on very tight. So he was frightened, even though this picture shows happiness. So the author lied to us. We were lied to. This is clearly happiness. Hold on. Let me show you the difference between happy. Okay. Not Pharrell. Happy. See smiling faces. All right, now frightened. So like this is frightened, like scared. So George was happy. He wasn't frightened. At first, the wind blew in great gusts. Then it quieted. Finally, it stopped blowing altogether. George was very tired. Down he went, bump, and on to the top of a traffic light. Okay, so it said he was tired, but he still looks very happy to me. Hold on, let me show you the difference. You know, we saw happiness, now let's look at tired. See, it's like this. Oh, okay, that's not a good example. Like this. You know, yawning. You know, you want to go to bed. You want to go to sleep. This is tired, and this is happy. This one represents George more. Okay. Everyone was surprised. The traffic got all mixed up. George didn't know what to do. And then he heard someone call, "George!" He looked down and saw his friend, the man with the big yellow hat. George was very happy. The man was happy too. George slid down the post, and the man with the big yellow hat put him under his arm. Then he paid the balloon man for all the balloons, excuse me. And then George and the man climbed into the car, and at last, away they went. To the zoo! What a nice place for George to live. You see, George is in the zoo now. He's not at the man's house anymore. He's not in prison. He's not on the road. He's at the zoo with other animals. You see, that's a rhino. That's a giraffe. I'm not gonna look up all of these because, you know, too many tabs. But like, that's a rhino. I think I see an ostrich, giraffe, camel, zebra. There's a polar bear. There's a grizzly bear. There's a tiger right there. Flamingo, penguins, and elephants. The end. I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope this reading of Curious George was much better than Morbius.